This afternoon's card at Hexham got underway at 12:45 with a novices chase over 3 miles. All 12 ran here, one jockey change. Number 11 What Fettle was a mount of Mick Maloney claiming £3. Joint favourites on the off at 2-1 were numbers 6 Mail Car and 12 Cambality.
With Irish challenger Cambality the first away, Mail Car being held up at the back, but it's Cambality now being headed by Ebenezer's Dream, Muckle Money and Rose Hip. Cambality on the inside, all streaming over safely. Mail Car over with only one behind, and that's Oriel Boy. Racing to the first ditch, Ebenezer's Dream on the inside of Muckle Money, Rose Hip. Then What Fettle going up on the inside of Cambality, there followed by Seaver Park. Also well there, Balling Glance, local customer on the inside, Porter Vogie. Still towards the rear are Mail Car, Celtic Breeze and Oriel Boy, as they come now towards fence number 3. Just coming to it, Ebenezer's Dream led over it, and all streaming over safely, Oriel Boy the last over. And as they stream out towards fence number 4, Ebenezer's Dream takes it up by a length from What Fettle, and Rose Hip and Muckle Money close up. They're 2 clear of Cambality. Then after these, Balling Glance, followed by Porter Vogie as they come towards the 4th. Ebenezer's Dream, the leader to it, from What Fettle. Ebenezer's Dream over first, the others streaming over safely as they turn onto the far side for the first time, going towards fence number 5. Still all standing as they come now to the 5th. Ebenezer's Dream takes it first from What Fettle, and again all over safely as they run on towards fence number 6. Rose Hip moving up on the outside of Ebenezer's Dream, What Fettle on the inside, then Muckle Money, followed by Cambality, Balling Glance, and Porter Vogie, and local customer. As they come to this, over the 6th, and again all streaming over safely. Mail Car jumped that quite well towards the back of the field, as they run on now towards fence number 7. Ebenezer's Dream, Rose Hip up on the outside, then a length to What Fettle, followed closely by Muckle Money, Cambality, Porter Vogie, local customer on the inside of, up on the outside, Balling Glance. Then behind these a couple of lengths to Celtic Breeze, Seaver Park, Mail Car, and the back marker Oriel Boy. Coming now to the 7th, and over it, over the ditch, streaming over it safely, and going now to the 8th, last on the far side on this first circuit. Ebenezer's Dream back in front as they come to the 8th from What Fettle, who jumped past Rose Hip. Then behind them, Cambality just showing forth with the noseband. Muckle Money on the outside. Then Porter Vogie, local customer, Balling Glance, Seaver Park, with Celtic Breeze on the inside. A couple then to Mail Car, who still just has Oriel Boy behind. Coming now to a plain fence before the water. Fence number 9. So come to it, Ebenezer's Dream over in the lead. Again, all over safely. Still quite well grouped. And it's Ebenezer's Dream from Rose Hip moving up again on the outside. As they come now to the water, fence number 10. Ebenezer's Dream, Rose Hip, Muckle Money going with them. Then What Fettle, who jumps it well, so did Cambality on the inside, and Mail Car is now the back marker. So racing on towards fence number 11 before the next ditch. And Ebenezer's Dream from Rose Hip on the outside. Ebenezer's Dream saw a good stride there and got away from it quickly. Celtic Breeze very slow towards the back of the field. Coming now towards an open ditch. Fence number 12, Ebenezer's Dream, still jumps well in the lead. Rose Hip dropping back after a mistake there. Mail Car still towards the rear with a lot to do as they go now towards fence number 13. And What Fettle's moving up on the inside of Ebenezer's Dream as they come towards this 13th fence. What Fettle, Ebenezer's Dream, as they come to it. Cambality well there on the premises. Making a bit of ground through the field is Oriel Boy, as Celtic Breeze drops back towards the rear of the field as they turn away from us, and Mail Car's been pulled up, and so has Celtic Breeze. So making their way onto the far side, and What Fettle, Ebenezer's Dream, local customer, and Cambality are a length and a half clear of Muckle Money as they come to the 14th. And streaming over it, Ebenezer's Dream, Balling Glance nodded towards the rear of the main group, But as they start down the far side for the final time, coming to the 15th, Ebenezer's Dream, just headed by Watt Fettel on the inside. Then Cambality and Local Customer, who makes good ground. They're two clear of Portavogie. Muckle Money still there on the outside. Then Oriel Boy steadily picking up the leaders, and they're going away from Ballinglance, and along the others are way behind. So coming now to the 16th fence, Watt Fettel on the inside of Ebenezer's Dream, and Ebenezer's Dream jumps well there to take it up just from Watt Fettel. Local Customer and Cambality with every chance in third and fourth. They're 2 or 3 clear of Portavogie and Muckle Money, both pushed along a bit, and about 5 then to Oriel Boy. So they've got 3 fences to jump, running to the final open ditch, and the leaders bunching up now. Watt Fettel with Cambality now coming through on the outside. So is Portavogie coming there with a fast run. As they come now to the third last, the final ditch. Watt Fettel on the inside, Portavogie, Cambality between them, Local Customer hanging on well. And they've gone on from Muckle Money and the long-time leader Ebenezer's Dream, and Oriel Boy still moving up, 2 to jump, and over the second last. And Watt Fettel was the leader there. Watt Fettel from Cambality going second. Portavogie on the outside is third, then Local Customer, then a gap of 6 to Muckle Money, Oriel Boy and Ebenezer's Dream. So 1 fence to jump in the home straight, and Cambality and John Short moving up on the outside of Watt Fettel and Mick Maloney. Then behind them Portavogie, Local Customer pushed along by Peter Niven, and they're clear of Muckle Money and Oriel Boy. Heading on towards the 19th and final fence, and Cambality goes on for Ireland. Cambality from Portavogie, Watt Fettel and Local Customer, but Cambality jumped it very slowly, and it's Portavogie and Watt Fettel who now go on. Portavogie and Brian Story. Watt Fettel on the inside responds well for Mick Maloney as they go into the final 100 yards. And it's Watt Fettel staying on the stronger. Watt Fettel from Portavogie. Cambality rallying in third, and then Local Customer. But Watt Fettel wins it. Portavogie, Cambality third, and then Local Customer.
First number 11, Watt Fettel, that's 16 to 1. Second number 9, Portavogie, 8 to 1. And third number 12, Cambality, the 2 to 1 joint favourite. On to the next at 1:15, a novice's hurdle over 2.5 miles. One non-runner here was number 7, Power Surge. They left a field of 12. 3 jockey changes. Number 1, Prio Blakensky was the mount of Chris Grant. 10, Dancing Dawn was the mount of Tim Reed. And 12, Red Hall Royale, the mount of Mrs. Anthea Farrell. The favourite on the off at 11 to 10 was number 11, Grey Power.
And heading towards the first of the 10 flights, President George goes straight into the lead from Red Hall Royale. Then Dancing Dawn and Grey Power on the inside. Prio Blakensky held up towards the rear of the field by Chris Grant as they run down towards the second. President George, the clear leader here by about 8 to 10 lengths already from Red Hall Royale racing second. Then Grey Power on the inside, followed by Dancing Dawn as they take the second. After these, the Healy was passed by McConaughey, run it again, a good jump on the outside. And now towards the rear of the field, Dancing Dawn. So as they race on towards the third, it's President George by 15. From Red Hall Royale, Grey Power, run it again. Then after these comes the Healy moving up, followed by McConaughey, Dad's Risk, Prio Blakensky. Then towards the rear of the field are Netherby Cheese and Master Plan. And also over the stream and Dancing Dawn, just the back marker, as the leader now approaches the third, the last in the back straight. President George takes it first, clear by about 12. From Red Hall Royale, all over safely. Netherby Cheese a bit slow towards the rear. And as they run uphill towards the home straight on this first circuit, President George leads by about 8 lengths from Grey Power disputing second on the inside of Red Hall Royale. Behind them a length and a half to run it again on the outside. Then the Healy close up on the inside, followed by Dad's Risk. Prio Blakensky steadily improving through the field as they head towards flight number 4. President George not so far in front now of Grey Power and Red Hall Royale. Then run it again on the outside, followed by the Healy on the inside. Then Dad's Risk and McConaughey, followed then by Prio Blakensky as they race up past us with a circuit in front of them. 6 more flights to jump. And heading towards the 5th, President George the leader by about 5 lengths now from Great Power, Red Hall Royale, run it again on the outside, and they're followed by the Healy and Dad's Risk, then Prio Blakensky and McConaughey. Behind these, Over the Stream, Dancing Dawn, Master Plan, and Netherby Cheese as they take the fifth. President George over it. From Great Power, Red Hall Royale, run it again, improving well on the outside. Then Prio Blakensky going up on the inside of McConaughey and Dad's Risk. The Healy just behind on the inside as they near now flight number 6. President George on the inside, going to take it first from Great Power, Red Hall Royale, run it again. Prio Blakensky still making ground to come and join the leaders with McConaughey close up. Over the Stream makes a bit of ground as the Healy drops out as they make their way round towards the back straight for the final time. President George still the leader, but Great Power going up now to within half a length of the leader. They're about 3 clear of the chasing group. Prio Blakensky is making good ground just behind Red Hall Royale as they race down towards flight number 7. And President George, the quicker jump from Great Power, a length back in second, then about 4 lengths to Red Hall Royale, with Prio Blakensky still improving on the inside. McConaughey next, and they've gone right away from Over the Stream and the others as they run down now towards flight number 8. President George has been out in front for a long time. Great Power moving up to have another bite at him on the outside. But again, President George very fast over that from Great Power on the outside. Then about 2 or 3, Red Hall Royale hanging on well in third. Prio Blakensky's improving nicely on the inside, and McConaughey in with a chance on the outside. They've got 2 flights to jump as they continue down the far side. The leaders grouping up now. President George, Great Power on the outside, only a length then to Red Hall Royale, just in front of Prio Blakensky, well there on the rails, and McConaughey on the outside. These 5 well clear of Over the Stream and Dad's Risk as they come now towards the second last. And Great Power's now moved into the lead. Prio Blakensky going after him now into second. Coming to the second last. Great Power jumped it well in the lead to go 2 clear of Prio Blakensky second. McConaughey goes third. Then Red Hall Royale. President George steadily dropping out, and the others well beaten as they start uphill. They got 1 flight to jump, and it's Great Power the leader, chased by Prio Blakensky. The 2 of them going on. McConaughey is very tired now in third, chased by Red Hall Royale and President George. But as they make the final turn, it's Great Power the leader. Prio Blakensky trying to get to him. There won't be an awful lot in it as they come on towards the last. And it's Great Power and Graham McCord on the inside, tackled by Prio Blakensky. And Great Power a mistake, and Prio Blakensky's now taking it up. Prio Blakensky, who scored his first win over hurdles here last time, and goes clear for Chris Grant and Gordon Richards. It's going to be a double for the Gordon Richards stable, because Prio Blakensky has gone right away now from Great Power, 1 paced in second. McConaughey back in third, chased by Red Hall Royale, but an impressive win for Prio Blakensky in the end. From Great Power second, McConaughey is just going to hold Red Hall Royale for third.
First number 1, Prio Blakensky, the 11-8 second favourite. Second number 11, Great Power, the favourite at 11-10. And third number 3, McConaughey at 9-1. On to the next at 1:45, a novice's chase, again over 2.5 miles. All 12 ran, 1 jockey change. Number 9, Prince Seaver, was the man of Mick Maloney, claiming 3. Favourite on the off at 11-8 was number 8, Merano.
And heading towards the first of 15 fences, Jimmy Brigg, the first to go on from Ab Sailor on the outside, Just Masquerader and Shyster as they come to the first, chased by Prince Seaver over in 5th place. Merano jumping it in last place, some 5 lengths behind anything else. They're quite well stretched out as they go down towards the second. Jimmy Brigg clear by about 6 lengths from Just Masquerader. Ab Sailor towards the wide outside. They're followed by Shyster with Prince Seaver close up, and these 5 a few lengths clear. And the faller there was Loopy Minstrel as they go on now towards an open ditch. Heading down the far side, Jimmy Brigg still the clear leader. Hello George's dropped right back to last, but it's Jimmy Brigg going to the third, chased by Just Masquerader, Shyster, Ab Sailor, Prince Seaver, then Vim Chase, Reveler's Glory. Morano's improved through the field. Behind them comes Kilmon Wood and a gap to Hello Georgie. As they come to the third, this ditch, and Jimmy Brigg over. All the others over safely as they race now to the fourth, a short run. Jimmy Brigg only about 3 clear of Just Masquerader, Shyster, Ab Sailor. Then Prince Seaver in 5th, passed there by Morano, who's jumping really well. Jumping's carried him up now into 5th place, just in front of Prince Seaver on the inside. Vim Chase is just behind with Reveller's Glory, then about 3 lengths to Kilmon Wood, and Hello Georgie is struggling. So coming up now towards fence number 5. They come towards it. Jimmy Brigg is the leader. To the 5th from Just Masquerader, Shyesta, and Shyester's gone there. A bad mistake and unseated John Short. So as they go on now towards the 6th, the water jump, and it's Jimmy Brigg who leads from Just Masquerader. Prince Seaver moving well on the inside of Ab Sailor. Then 3 or 4 lengths to Vim Chase and Murano, Reveller's Glory. And then behind them, Kilmon Wood. Tailed off is Hello Georgie. As they race on with McCartney, another faller in the field. Kilmon Wood, a mistake at the back there, as they race out on their final circuit, coming now to another open ditch. Jimmy Brigg, who's made every yard so far as the leader, jumps it well. Reveller's Glory reach for it. Anthea Farrell's got back in the plate, though, as they race on to the 9th fence. The last one on this side. Jimmy Brigg still leads from Prince Seaver, Just Masquerader, Ab Sailor on the outside, tracked by Murano. Then Vim Chase on the inside. Reveller's Glory has dropped back a bit after that mistake. Jumped that much better, though. And Kilmon Wood rather dived away to the right over it. Hello Georgie is completely tailed off. So racing away from us on towards fence number 10. And still Jimmy Brigg the leader. Prince Seaver's gone second. Just Masquerader is next. Then bunching up, Ab Sailor on the outside. Vim Chase coming there nicely on the inside. Murano still going cosily. Coming now to the 10th. Jimmy Brigg the leader from Prince Seaver. Just Masquerader. Murano's jumped well into 4th. Then Vim Chase, Ab Sailor on the outside, and they're chased by Reveller's Glory. They're the only ones I think still going as they take the 11th down the far side for the final time. And Jimmy Brigg still has the call from Prince Seaver. Murano now ranging up on the outside. Then Just Masquerader and Vim Chase. They're going on from Ab Sailor and Reveller's Glory as they come down towards fence number 11, playing one before the final ditch. Jimmy Brigg yet to surrender the lead. Murano jumps it well on the outside to go second, and Just Masquerader has lost his rider some way past the fence. So they've now got 3 fences to jump, an open ditch and 2 plain ones. And up in front, Jimmy Brigg by a length from Murano. Prince Seaver being pushed to stay with them, and they're about 6 lengths clear of Vim Chase, well clear then of Ab Sailor and Reveller's Glory. Coming on towards the final open ditch, and Jimmy Brigg, Murano goes well on the outside as they come to it. Jimmy Brigg, Murano and Prince Seaver, and Murano's gone to the front for the first time from Jimmy Brigg. Prince Seaver is third, and they're chased by Vim Chase as they head to the second last. Murano the leader, and a fine jump, and he goes clear from Jimmy Brigg, passed by Prince Seaver going second. They're chased by Vim Chase, a good 8 to 10 lengths back. So they've got one plain fence to jump, and looking plain sailing here for Graham McCord and Murano as they run uphill with 1 to jump. And Murano, Jimmy Briggs back in second again. Prince Seaver is third, and they're chased by Vim Chase, a good 10 lengths back. So lining up for the final fence, Murano the leader, Graham McCord out clear, chased by Jimmy Brigg, coming to the 15th and final fence, and Murano pops it really well. Jimmy Brigg is second, Prince Seaver third, and Vim Chase comes to it in 4th, and they're well stretched out on the run-in now with Murano. Jimmy Briggs trying to rally, but Murano's class is going to see him through. This Liverpool winner comes home clear by about 6 to 8 lengths for Graham McCord, and for Mick Easterby doubling his score for the season, with back in third Prince Seaver. Vim Chase is 4th, and then a long gap from Reveller's Glory and Ab Sailor.
First number 8, Murano, the 11 to 8 favourite. Second number 3, Jimmy Brigg, 9 to 1. And third number 9, Prince Seaver, 8 to 1. The next at 2:15 was a selling handicap hurdle over 2 miles. All 12 ran and there were no changes. Joint favourites on the off at 4 to 1 were numbers 1, Really Honest, and 5, Design Wise.
With 8 flights to jump, an ace of diamonds quickly away, with National Velvet going up now to take over from on the outside Victory Torch. Then Lindsay Doyle well placed. Ace of Diamonds now 4th. They're followed by Into the Future and Solitary Reaper. Then Really Honest racing on the inside towards the rear of the field. Drury's Brewery up on the outside with I'm Alert making a bit of ground. And at the rear are Cougar, All Over the World, and the back marker going quite comfortably and happily. There is Design Wise. So on the turn towards the second, with National Velvet making the running as they turn towards us. National Velvet from the one with the noseband, Victory Torch, these two, followed by I'm Alert, who's gone third on the outside. And Lindsay Doyle close up on the inner with Ace of Diamonds, Solitary Reaper. Then Into the Future there, followed by Drury's Brewery with the red blinkers on the outside, Cougar. Again, on the inside, Really Honest, with also close up All Over the World, and design-wise is just last. So racing on towards flight number 3, the whole field tightly grouped and led by National Velvet, Lindsay Doyle on the inside. Then Victory Torch and I'm Alert close up on the outside, followed by Into the Future and Drury's Brewery. Solitary Reaper the inside, Cougar up on the outside, and then Ace of Diamonds, who's lost a bit of ground as they take the third. Really Honest towards the rear with All Over the World, and design-wise still just last. So racing on towards flight number 4, and still all in with a definite chance. National Velvet being pressed on the outside by I'm Alert, just behind them Victory Torch, Lindsay Doyle on the inside as they take flight number 4. National Velvet still the leader, and the one losing ground at the back is All Over the World, but it's Lindsay Doyle and Ace of Diamonds going up to take issue with National Velvet now. They're chased by Solitary Reaper with a good position on the inside, but I'm Alert's moving up past that one together with Into the Future. Then Victory Torch in midfield, Cougar and Drury's Brewery, and Solitary Reaper rather dropping back on that turn. And towards the rear of the field still design-wise making a little ground and Really Honest. But this group tightly grouped as they take flight number 5, and well behind All Over the World is the only one out of it. Down the far side towards the 6th flight, and still National Velvet hanging on to the lead. I'm Alert's gone second on the outside, then Ace of Diamonds close up with Into the Future. Cougar makes ground, Solitary Reaper on the inside. Drury's Brewery is coming there and jumps it well. They're chased by Victory Torch, who's lost ground. Really Honest still there with a chance, and so very much in with the chances design-wise. Dropping out now Lindsay Doyle. As they race down the far side, they've only got 2 flights to jump. But it's still National Velvet, Cougar ranging up on the outside, Drury's Brewery, Into the Future right there, together with Victory Torch, Ace of Diamonds right on the inside. Then behind these, I'm Alert dropping back a little, followed by Solitary Reaper, design-wise up on the outside. So coming now to the second last, and as they come to it, it's still National Velvet, just the leader. National Velvet being pressed by Cougar, Drury's Brewery on the inside with Victory Torch, then Into the Future, Solitary Reaper, Really Honest picking up together with design-wise, and beginning to find it a bit hot is Ace of Diamonds. So running uphill now with just the 1 flight to jump, and Cougar's come to the front from Into the Future, then National Velvet under pressure, design-wise still making very good progress, followed by Victory Torch, so making the turn for home, and Cougar without a win in 24 starts, he's out in front, chased by Into the Future in second, then design-wise has gone third, and it's Into the Future who's gone into the lead now from the luckless Cougar, who might be second again, but Into the Future, Cougar's rallying on the far side, but Into the Future with a noseband goes on for Stuart Turner and goes 3 clear of Cougar in second, then back in third is design-wise, and they're clear of Victory Torch, and Into the Future has come home to win this cosily from Cougar second, then back in third design-wise, followed by Victory Torch.
First number 11, Into the Future at 9-1. Second number 9, Cougar 11-2, and third number 5, Design-wise, the 4-1 joint favourite. The next at 2:45 was a handicap chase over 2.5 miles. All 11 ran, 1 jockey change. Number 1, Pyjamas, was the man of Mick Maloney, claiming £3. Joint favourites on the off at 7-2 were numbers 5, Step Faster, and 8, South Cross.
With Interim Lib and Magwood and Pyjamas, and on the outside Black Spur, these 4 well away in front of Piecework. Then South Cross in midfield with Direct Interest as they come over the first, and all jumping it pretty well. With Blake's Son, the back marker, back before dark, also towards the rear as they race towards the second. Black Spur takes it up now from Interim Lib, and Piecework coming to join them as they come quickly to the second. Black Spur, Piecework moving up to dispute it and meets it flying, and they're setting a pretty strong pace here. They're getting strung out. Piecework and Black Spur about 4 lengths clear of Interim Lib, then about 8 lengths back to Magwood, followed by Pyjamas. Then behind Pyjamas is Renshaw Wood. The grey Step Faster, then Direct Interest and South Cross. And they're followed by Back Before Dark and Blake's Son and Piecework. Peter Niven deciding there's going to be no hanging about here as he comes to the ditch number 3. Jumps it well, about 6 clear of Black Spur. Interim Lib is third. They're about 10 clear of Magwood and Pyjamas, and then Step Faster as they come to the 4th. Piecework over first. About 4 clear of Black Spur and Interim Lib. Blake's Son the last over as they start the run up towards us on this first circuit, and Piecework setting a strong gallop. 2 or 3 clear. Black Spur is second, a length to Interim Lib. Then about 10 lengths to Magwood and Pyjamas, 2 then to Step Faster. They're followed by Direct Interest and Renshaw Wood, South Cross, Back Before Dark and Blake's Son as they come to the 5th. Piecework over first. 3 clear of Black Spur, all over safely. Interim Lib a length back in third. Then only 4 lengths now to Pyjamas and Magwood. Direct Interest and Step Faster closing up, followed by Back Before Dark and Renshaw Wood, South Cross towards the rear with Blake's Son as they come over the water. And the leader drops his back legs in the water, but continues unhampered by it. Piecework just over 2 clear in the hands of Peter Niven, looking for his 50th winner. About 2 or 3 clear of Black Spur. Interim Lib moving up on the inside. Then Step Faster as they stream over the 7th, joined by Direct Interest and Magwood and Pyjamas. And then 2 lengths to the back 4, who are Back Before Dark, South Cross, Blake's Son on the outside, and Renshaw Wood just in front of that one. Over that ditch, all over safely. Blake's Son took it well and moved up a bit on the outside, but the leader is still Piecework. Piecework from Black Spur. Interim Lib is still well there. Step Faster makes ground with Blake's Son, Pyjamas and Direct Interest well there in midfield as they go to the last one down this side. This is fence number 9. And streaming over it all over safely, South Cross towards the rear with Renshaw Wood, but pretty tightly grouped as they turn towards fence number 10. Interim Lib moving up on the inside in the hands of John Bradburn, goes just in front of Piecework. Then a couple of legs to Black Spur, Step Faster, the grey improving well. Then Direct Interest and Blake's Son getting into it, followed by Pyjamas. At the 10th, Interim Lib's going to jump it about 2 clear of Piecework. Interim Lib comes, measures it well. Piecework joined there by Direct Interest. Pyjamas a mistake in midfield as they start down the far side to the 11th. Next comes quickly Interim Lib, about 2 clear, with Step Faster going second. Direct Interest, a bad mistake on the inside. Black Spur and Blake's Son's getting into it. Piecework now in midfield. Then comes Back Before Dark and South Cross starting to pick up ground. Nearing fence number 12. Down the far side, and Interim Lib 2 clear of Black Spur, Blake's Son, Step Faster and Piecework, and Interim Lib really measured that well, jumped it about 3 clear of Black Spur, Step Faster a length away. Then comes Blake's Son and Piecework trying to get back into it. South Cross making rapid progress on the outside of Back Before Dark, Direct Interest under pressure, and they're clear of the top weight Pyjamas, and then Magwood well behind with Renshaw Wood. So into the dip before the final open ditch. 3 to jump and everything to play for. Interim Lib, the leader. Piecework's come back after a breather now. Then Black Spur. Behind them, Step Faster, Blake's Son, and here comes South Cross weaving his way through the field, followed by Back Before Dark. Blake's Son now dropping away. Going to the second last. Interim Lib, still the one they got a catch from Step Faster, who hit it on the inside. Then goes Black Spur, goes up on the outside. Piecework is there. Then comes Back Before Dark and South Cross. These two closing well, and the leading half dozen are bunching up. But Interim Lib's keeping on well. A powerfully made sword goes 2 clear of Black Spur. Then comes Step Faster on the inside. Back Before Dark. South Cross still getting closer. And Piecework, I think, has run his race. 1 fence to jump. Mr. John Bradburn out in front on Interim Lib. Chased now by Back Before Dark and South Cross as they come to the final fence. Interim Lib jumps it really well. 2 clear of Back Before Dark. Then comes Black Spur and South Cross, and they're clear of Step Faster and Piecework. But Back Before Dark coming on the far side to join Interim Lib. And it's Back Before Dark and Liam O'Hara strike the front. They've timed it well. They've run way back in the early stages, come through to win it at the right time. Back Before Dark wins, Interim Lib second, then Black Spur, followed by South Cross, Piecework and Step Faster.
First number 11, Back Before Dark at 8 to 1. Second number 3, Interim Lib at 13 to 2. And third number 4, Black Spur at 8 to 1. On to the last at 3:15, a handicap hurdle over 2 miles. All 13 ran 1 jockey change. Number 2, Arctic Skylight, was ridden by Graham McCourt. On the off, number 6, Wake Up, was the 7 to 2 favourite.
They're off.
And Boy Painter gets away with the others as they race to the first, and on the inside, Facility Letter is just about the leader, with Arctic Skylight close up, Lansky just behind Albert the Great. As they turn out of the back straight, Arctic Skylight takes it up now. Arctic Skylight from Facility Letter and Albert the Great as they race up towards us, tightly grouped, with Lansky just in behind them, Boy Painter, the Irish Challenger, Liberated Bird without much room on the inside. Then behind them comes Full Monty, Terrible Girl, towards the rear of the field, Al Frolic, and on the hooch, just in front of them, Antiguan Smile, as they stream over the second, all over safely. So as they race up past us with the circuit in front of them, and Arctic Skylight just the leader, from Lansky going up on the outside, Facility Letter and Liberated Bird there on the inside, then a length and a half to Full Monty, followed by Albert the Great and Boy Painter up on the outside. Making a bit of ground is Wake Up, and the back group are Antiguan Smile, Tina's Brig, Al Frolic on the hooch, and Terrible Girl is just now the back marker. As they race quickly to the third, Lansky going up to dispute it with Arctic Skylight, Liberated Bird well there on the inside, chased by Facility Letter. Then comes Full Monty, Wake Up still improving on the outside of Albert the Great, then Boy Painter, Terrible Girl improving a little as they race now towards flight number 4. Lansky is probably just the overall leader, in fact jumps it in front there. As they turn left-handed, Lansky goes clear now from Arctic Skylight and Liberated Bird and Full Monty, with Facility Letter next on the outside. Then Antiguan Smile makes ground. Albert the Great up there on the outside with Wake Up, followed by Al Frolic and Terrible Gal as they make their way round towards the back straight and flight number 5. Lansky then has quickened the pace, about 3 clear from Arctic Skylight just second, with the Irish Challenger Liberated Bird going up well on the inside. Facility Letter flew towards the outside, and there's 1 or 2 down there looking back at them, and Albert the Great was one of them, and Boy Painter another, and right out of it are On the Hooch and Tina's Brig, but the leaders are tightly grouped. Lansky now joined by Facility Letter, Arctic Skylight, Wake Up there on the outside, then Terrible Girl and Liberated Bird. Antiguan Smile makes ground on the inside, now Frolic, and they're a long way clear of On the Hooch and Tina's Brig are right out of it. I fancy they must have been hampered by the fallers. So down the far side with just the 2 to jump now, Facility Letter and Wake Up are now the 2 leaders, from Terrible Girl going up into 3rd place. They're followed then by Lansky on the inside, then Al Frolic well in touch with Antiguan Smile, and then behind them come Arctic Skylight 1 pace with Liberated Bird. So going towards the second from home, the last on the far side, Facility Letter and Wake Up, pressed on the outside by Terrible Gal. And these 3, a length and a half clear of Al Frolic going forth. Antiguan Smile and Lansky hang on, but they've gone away from Liberated Bird and Arctic Skylight. Uphill then, Terrible Gal improving on the outside to tackle Wake Up. These 2 are a couple clear of Facility Letter. Al Frolic a length and a half away, then Lansky hard ridden now. As they make the final turn, they've got the 1 flight to jump, and Terrible Gal on the outside is just the leader now, from Wake Up coming back at him on the inside. Facility Letter 2 away, and they jump it together. Wake Up coming back to tackle Terrible Gal. These 2 are clear of Facility Letter and Al Frolic and Lansky, and with half a furlong to race, it's Wake Up on the inside with Terrible Girl on the outside, and it's Wake Up and Lorcanware who go on from Terrible Girl, fighting back on the outside, but Wake Up gets there from Terrible Girl, then Facility Letter, Al Frolic and Lansky.
First number 6, Wake Up, the 7-2 favourite. Second number 5, Terrible Gel, 6-1, and third number 8, Facility Letter.